The layout of our master bedroom is a little strange. I never thought that I would put a bed at an angle, but it's the best spot that I've landed on. And oddly enough, our laundry is also in our bedroom, but that's a project for another time. Our room has some cozy elements like our giant window, the dark wood of the floor and the dressers, and it has a lot of natural light. But this corner behind the bed has always felt unfinished to me. I really don't want to block the beautiful view, so I think this is the best spot for the bed. And after scouring the internet and going down an interior design rabbit hole, I realized I just need to add more to this space. The biggest eyesore to me was this strange little door. When I looked towards the bed, my eye was instantly drawn to that door. Fortunately though, I have leftover paint from the walls, so I want to paint this door to match the same colors as the walls. This should help the door blend in and not be the focal point of this corner anymore, and make it feel more like the bed belongs there. I added this little tree behind the bed last night after my rabbit hole of interior design. It was just empty behind the bed before, and ideally I would love to have a giant fake tree to really fill up this space vertically, but I don't really want to buy anything and our little tree will do. However, I do want to make the base of that look a little bit better since I am just using a tote and a pack of canning jars. The other goal for this very micro makeover today is to hang something up on the wall. The space does feel quite empty, and I think that hanging something on the wall will make the whole space feel more cozy and intentional. So I will be shopping my house later on to see what I can take from other areas of my home to decorate in here. So this small little tree was never meant to live for more than a few months. So fun little story. I bought this tree 2 years ago from Lowe's at Christmas time. And this is, I think it's called a monkey puzzle tree. It's a common alternative mini Christmas tree. So my husband and I had just moved to Tennessee and were renting a small house. We didn't want a giant Christmas tree because the house we were in was tiny. We would have nowhere to store it, and we didn't want to move around too much, and we weren't planning on buying a home at this point. But still wanting some holiday cheer, I ended up buying this tree for, I think it was $20. Research online told me that it was pretty picky, so I never thought that this plant would still be with us at this point, but somehow it has survived all of the cold, the lack of sunlight in our old house, and many car rides. Now that the painting is done, and by the way, I am so pleased with how it turned out, it's time to decide what to hang on the walls. I got this beautiful medallion off of Facebook Marketplace for $5 probably over a year ago at this point, and I just have never found a good spot for it. but I think it goes beautifully here. I think that the bronzy copper color of the medallion complements the frame of the bed so well, and I think it was meant to be here all along. Let me tell you, I hemmed and hawed over this shelf with the plant for so long. Ultimately, I decided that I needed to put the bed back on and make the bed to get a feel for what it would actually look like, because as much as I wanted things in the corner, I didn't want it to feel too crowded because the rest of the room is decorated quite sparingly, so I didn't want to overwhelm this corner. And once I had the bed back on, I realized that it didn't even need the shelf. So this micro makeover was me literally just painting that door and then hanging the plant, and I guess covering my janky base for my plant to sit on. But overall, I am so happy with how this turned out, and it just goes to show how such small changes can really make such a big difference, and this is starting to feel more like the cozy bedroom I was hoping for. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon.